Hey everyone, it's Marina here with therisinghollywood.com, and I'm sitting here with Jacob Jeffries of the Jacob Jeffries Band. Hey Jacob, how are you?
Hi, good.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you for having me.
So you're from Miami, South Florida area, is that correct?
Yep.
How long have you been playing original music? What made you get started?
Been playing my own songs since I was I've been playing out in front of people since I was 13, 14. I've been writing since I was about, I don't know, 6 or 7. I don't know, just like silly songs. But I got started because in my house we really had no other choice. Music was all around, and our parents, my sister and I, our parents raised us on the Beatles and the Stones and Pink Floyd, and there was no other choice but to be captivated by those sounds and, you know, emulate them.
So you kind of grew up playing piano and playing music?
Yeah, I wanted to be a drummer, and then I sat down. I would play some drums in my room, and I realized you can't write a song on the drums. You just kind of bang on them, you know? So I went to the piano.
So I kind of took piano lessons too as a kid, but my mom could never ever get me to practice. What made it different for you? Like, what made you stick with it?
I think the fact that my mom really didn't push me, honestly. She just kind of played the music in the house at all times on the record player. So it was more my drive, kind of, I guess, to just take the reins of what I wanted to do with my life.
That's awesome.
Really, yeah.
So when you sit down to write a song, what inspires you? What makes you, what kind of things happen in your life that make you think, like, I have to write a song about that?
It's really everything. Some, sculptors, they see the world in these giant chiseled pieces of art, and, writers see the world in nice, soliloquies and, essays, and I see everything really in like little lyrics and like little melodies, and a lot of songwriters can relate to that. I think I don't know, big things, little things, everything around you, it can be a song. This interview could be a song.
Never know. What about your band? I know you have a relatively large band, right? How many members are in your band?
Actually, it's only 4.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Sometimes it's 5. But the sound, I guess, we record big, and we like to be when we record.
That's cool. And what kind of stuff do they contribute to the creative process? Are they also helping you in the writing process?
Yeah, mostly it's me and my buddy Jim. He plays guitar, Jimmy Powers. Birth name, he didn't make that up.
Yeah.
That's his real name, Jimmy Powers. He's actually Jimmy Powers the Fifth.
Wow. Which
is pretty outstanding. But him and I are really the collaborative efforts of the writing process. He's a great guitar player.
Cool. So comparing, you've done some live shows throughout the United States. Kind of, you're starting to play bigger cities now, bigger shows.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little bit of a comparison between the shows that you play in Miami and the kind of vibe you get from the crowd as compared to maybe out here in LA?
Yeah, I guess because we've been grinding in Miami for so long, and you can only go up, really. I mean, you can plateau, but you can only go up. There's no fall. People know who we are now in Miami. So we played South Beach a couple weeks ago, and it was a big thing. It was a big event. There was a couple thousand people there, and it was just, a remarkable feeling on stage. And it's just about opening those doors all over the country, really. I'm fortunate enough to get to see these cities more than once. I've been to LA now, a handful of times, and it's just about going back to the same town and kind of opening the door there.
That's cool. So you're out here now to record an album.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about what we can expect on this new album? What kind of music are you going to be doing for us?
This new album is going to be freaking awesome. It is my first full-length album. The past 3 releases were EPs, or we had a live album that was released. But this is the first studio full-length. We're recording in Miami. We're recording some of it here. We did some of it in Atlanta at Tree Sounds, and it's just we're just so excited because a lot of these songs are collaborative efforts, and the first couple albums I was writing everything and then just giving the band the music and being like, hey guys, play for me. And now it's just this we've been on this ride for 5 years now together, and so we're writing together. We're a band now, and it's not just the Jacob Jeffries show. It's the band. You know what I mean? It's cool.
That's great. So, I've noticed kind of you're so humble and you're so down to earth right now. I feel like a lot of other musicians, they just kind of egotistical, but you have like such a modest personality. Do you have anybody specific or anything specific that keeps you grounded?
That's a cool question. Yes. When I was younger, I had a mentor named Ryan McCall. He's an awesome dude. He lives in Kansas City now, I think. Yeah. He taught me when I was younger that the most important thing beyond writing good songs and beyond having good stage presence and getting people to like you is to be humble for yourself, and you will maintain sanity that way. So I try my best to just approach every situation with, a humble attitude. I really am just a speck in, the ocean, a speck of salt in the ocean, if you will. And we all are so, small. So you have to go into, you can't go in with this chest out and the crown on your head. You got to go into every situation, every interview, every gig. You have to go in thinking, all right, I got to win these people over by being just me. Mm-hmm. Holy cow.
Ignore that.
Yeah. There's traffic here in California.
I know, it's typical this time of the day.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good. But, so as far as what we can expect from you in the future, I mean, you guys have been playing, you said, for 5 years. You've obviously developed, within those 5 years. How do you see you guys developing further? What do you expect for you guys, in the upcoming future?
I think that we just have to keep going and see where the road takes us.
Never give up.
Yeah, no, never give up. I'm pretty much stuck with this job.
Right.
I've never experienced anything else. I've never waited tables, and I've never, luckily, I'm fortunate. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to wait tables, because I might want to do that someday for fun. But I've been lucky to have been, this is my only thing. And we just got to keep going and keep playing and keep making fans and friends. That's it. That's what we want to do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now, as you probably know, a huge trend in music and kind of just in entertainment in general is collaborations. We have Kanye and Jay-Z on tour right now, which was kind of an obvious collaboration. I actually noticed yesterday that I saw a clip online that Taylor Swift brought Flo Rida up on stage to perform Right Round with her. So that was an unexpected collaboration. If you could collaborate with anybody, would it be somebody unexpected or would it be somebody within your genre?
I think to feel comfortable, it would be someone within my genre, but...
So no Flo Rida collaborations?
No Flo Rida collaborations. But, it would be interesting to do something with someone more commercially pop, like, it'd be interesting, and I'm not saying I want to do this. Interesting is a very nebulous word. Right. Not good, not bad. It's just interesting. Justin Bieber?
Wow. So you have Bieber fever?
I don't.
Oh.
I don't. I have the symptoms.
Okay.
I don't have it yet. I have the symptoms. He's a cool dude, and he writes, I don't know if he's writing them or not, but they're good songs. And that would be interesting, and that would open the door to freaking millions of little girls and, awesome fans. So, and little girls are the most loyal fans, as you know. Right. No, but I guess I'd stay within my genre. I'd like to do something with Ben Folds or Jamie Cullum or someone that can kill the keys and has a beautiful voice, someone that I've looked up to and that I've idolized my whole life. That would be the ultimate. Gavin DeGraw, just people that do the piano, do the voice thing. That's my road, and that's what I like.
You're comfortable with.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool. So I was listening to some of your music, and I love the song "And I Say." Could you maybe give us a little bit of an a cappella, slight little snippet? I know I'm throwing you a curveball here, but would you mind?
No, let's do it.
Okay.
And I say, please, let me get a word in. Your yelling is absurd, and I think you should calm down. Put yourself in my shoes. I'm tired of your abuse. I think you should go now.
I love it.
That's the beginning.
That's my favorite song that you wrote.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us here today. We'd love to hear a little bit more from you. I think we're going to have you play a little bit of a snippet for us in the studio. Yeah. We're going to have a little bit of that for you guys on the website so you guys can check it out. But thank you so much for joining us, Jacob. It was a pleasure.
Awesome, Marina. Thank you.
And I look forward to possibly doing this again in the future.
Yes, whenever I'm back here, I better be back here.
I think so.
Cool.
All right. See you guys later. Thanks for checking out therisinghollywood.com.